mean, last time I saw you, you were at Cage Titans.
That's right.
Quickest knockout in Cage Titans history.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Eight seconds. I think the record was 9 before that.
9.5, something like
9.5. Yeah.
Yeah, how did that feel? Because I mean, I saw you walk in, I watched you walk to the cage, and you were in kill mode.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna knock him out one way or another.
Right.
I didn't expect it to be 8 seconds.
Right. I mean.
But it just so happened that it presented itself immediately.
Right. I mean.
So I took advantage of it. I mean, I kind of wanted to hit him again, but the ref spared him. So.
Yeah. I've talked to a few people. You were going into smash his face at that point.
Definitely.
You know, but you each came out. You threw one strike apiece, and you know that was the end of it.
That's right.
You know, you didn't give me much time either to photograph or video them.
You got a couple pictures, right?
I got a couple.
Yeah.
Not many.
The walkout, maybe.
The walkout and fight ended way too quick.
Yeah.
So what are we up to now? Where are we heading now?
Well, next fight is I got a great opportunity. The WSOF contacted me, which is a major promotion, and they offered me a fight on June 17th, and me and my team thought it was a good fight, so we took it. And I haven't really stopped training. You know, I took about a week off just to reset and spend some time with the family, and then got right back to work. I've been here at Junico a lot, training up at Sit Yotong. I just made a trip down to Philly to train at Henzo Gracie's school for a week. So just constantly trying to improve and grow in the game.
I mean, I remember when you walked into Gracie Fitness.
Yeah.
You know, back when it was at the warehouse.
Over there, in the box.
In the box, in
yes.
the sweat box.
Exactly.
We trained together.
Yes.
You know, I remember when you came in.
Yep.
You know,
I remember being there.
Kid's a killer.
Yeah.
He's an absolute killer. So who are we fighting?
His name is Robert Fonseca. He's from Brazil. His record's 10-3. Definitely a tough opponent. I think I match up very well against him. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. That's all I really know about him. You know, so he's got a good ground game. But I roll with black belts, and I'm comfortable wherever the fight goes. So we like the matchup. It's going to be my night.
Solid fight.
Yes.
Very solid fight. What's the game plan going into this, knowing what you know about him?
You know, I don't like to stick to too much of a game plan. I like to go out there, kind of, you know, feel the fighter out a little bit and just go with the flow. You know, wherever the fight goes, I'm comfortable. Of course, I'm looking for the finish. I'll wait for the opportunity, and when it presents itself, I'll take advantage.
What's your mindset going into a fight? I mean, people see you, and they see the look, they see the focus. What's the mindset?
When I go into the fight, I've left Earth. I'm just operating on autopilot at that point. You know, all the training's already been done, so I gotta trust when I go out for the fight that my instincts are gonna take over. And when I fight, all I want to do is act and react. I don't want to have to think. If you're thinking, you're going to make a mistake. You're going to hesitate. So I check out and go to
completely gone.
Yeah. Just go into my alter ego.
Now I got to ask you, do you think, because most people don't know that you have an extensive military background.
Yes.
Do you think that has a lot to do with you going into that checkout mode and just...
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, I was in Afghanistan riding a Chinook in the middle of the night, and you can't have adrenaline dumps there. You know, you have to be completely focused and not hesitate. You have to be able to make a decision real quick. So I think that definitely has helped me. You know, I'm in the back row, I'm super relaxed. I usually take a nap at the event. I lay down and doze off for a second on my duffel bag. So it's that's definitely a big part of it. For sure.
We know you've slept in worse.
I've slept in worse places, yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, do you think that focus is from your military background that, you know?
I think it was enhanced with the military, but I've had it since I was young. I've always been really focused, really into martial arts, and a pretty intense person. You know, I always want to excel in everything I do. but I think being a Ranger definitely helped develop and mold that even further.
The instinct.
Yeah, for sure. Just it's a part of me.
How long have you been doing it? How long have you been in martial arts?
You know, my dad was a boxer, so I remember being like 4 years old and hitting his hands and stuff, and him showing me just how to throw 1-2s. And then I did some taekwondo when I was younger. I had to stop for a while because we were moving around and stuff when I was young. And then I got back into MMA when I was like 17. Um, and I had my first amateur fight when I was 17. I I didn't take it as seriously then as I do now, and I wasn't getting um, all the training and all the looks that I needed that I get from some of my training partners now. But I had a great trainer, and it was a great base and a great starting point. Um, and then obviously being in the military kind of put that on hold for a while. I was fighting, but I was fighting in a different way. It's still combat related, but it wasn't really honing my MMA skills. So really, like the last 2 years is the most training I've ever put into MMA. So I think I have a long way to go and a long way to grow. And I'm still learning, but I'm always getting better.
But you've come a long way.
And I've come a long way in that short time, and I know that I can go even further. I'm always getting better.
Yeah, it's every fight you're putting the division on notice.
Yes.
They look at you a little differently. Go up and get an 8-second knockout. They're watching it. Obviously, the World Series of Fighting Hall. They're watching what you're doing. And not to take anything away from your last opponent, a veteran, but I'm a veteran in both respects.
Yeah, he was a veteran in both respects. But, I mean, I said before the fight that he wasn't on my level, and it wouldn't be acceptable for me to lose to someone like that.
Right.
And that wasn't going to happen.
No. So, World Series of Fighting, you're backstage. What's your mindset going to be in that situation? Bigger stage than you fought on previously. Nervous, ready. How are you feeling?
I'm going to be in the same mindset that I always am. Doesn't matter if it's Cage Titans or the World Series of Fighting. I mean, when I'm in the cage, I don't see anyone in the crowd. I see me, my opponent. I don't even see the ref, and I hear my corner, and it's going to be the same way, no matter where I am.
Right.
For sure.
Now, as far as training, you're training with Juliano Catino, local.
Yep.
Assume up at Cedar Tongue, you're marked out by Daniel Gracie.
Yes.
How's it going putting that game plan together with top level competitors like that?
It's great because they've seen it all, and they got guys at the highest level. So I mean, I get pieces from all of them, and they're great about staying in communication and developing the type of game plan that I need, and working on the things that I need to develop, and making my strong points even stronger. So it's good to have such a great team around me.
Now, that said, with the level of training you're getting on both ends, your striking and your ground game, what do you prefer? Where do you prefer to take the fight?
I like to punch people.
To punch people in the face.
Yeah, I like to punch people in the face. So I mean, even if it goes to the ground, I'm not looking for the submission. I mean, even if someone is starting to give their back, I would rather hammer fist them in the head than throw them in a rear naked choke.
Right.
I'm really not looking for the submission. If something opens up, I'm gonna take it to finish the fight, but I want to strike.
So
I want to knock guys out.
You'd be more of an old school fighter who just wants to stand up and bang with their opponent.
Yeah. I mean, wherever the fight goes, I want to be punching you in the head, kneeing you, elbowing you. Some other tools that I haven't gotten to quite use yet. Right. Yeah, I've gotten to throw like maybe one knee. I haven't gotten to drop any serious elbows on somebody. So
was it straight right then into the Cage Titans?
Yeah, it was kind of a little loopy, with a little bit of an overhand. Yeah.
It's a solid punch though. Solid punch. Inspiration-wise, who is your biggest inspiration for getting into the sport, getting into the game?
I mean, I've had a lot of inspirations. My dad's been an inspiration in a lot of ways. And just like the old school fighters, I grew up watching Chuck Liddell, and I'm just inspired to make myself better. So in a weird way, my biggest inspiration is myself, just because I know that the opportunity is there, and I want to take it. Because I don't want to be the 40-year-old guy, 50-year-old guy, whatever, talking about how he could be good at fighting. I could have been this, I could have been that. Like, this is my time.
Cliche, I could have been a contender.
I could have been a contender. You know, you hear so many guys talking like that. You know, I want to do it and live it and go as far as possible in the game.
Where do you go from here, from World Series of Fighting? Where do we go from there?
Well, the plan is to put on a good show, put on a good performance, get a W, and maybe they'll offer a contract, or maybe we'll see and see what other opportunities arrive too. You know, we're just gonna leave options open, and just one fight at a time. You know, he's my next target.
That's what you're focused on.
That's what I'm focused on, and then we go from there.
So you don't listen to a lot of what people say outside of what you're doing?
No, the only people I listen to is my coaches. You know, if my coach thinks there's a good fight and a good promotion, I'm gonna take it.
Right.
My job's to go in and fight and to execute the game plan, and their job's to coach me and to lead me down the right road.
Right, because there's a lot of people out there saying you are Bellator level, you are that type of fighter that can go there and do that. You are a UFC level fighter. You do have that talent and caliber behind you that you can make it that far.
Yeah, and it's just about picking the right path to get there and the right fights, because I'm still growing as a fighter and as an athlete. So it's up to them to make those decisions, and it's up to me to fight, like I said.
And you keep busy outside of that too. I know you run your own personal training business. So,
yes.
You don't stop.
Yeah, I'm always in the gym working out myself. You know, it's not like when I say I take a week off, like I'm still doing strength and conditioning and working out.
Right.
You gotta stay in shape, you know.
Right.
So.
I mean, judging by you, you know, you do it well. I mean, you do what you do well.
Yeah, I need to be a product of my training, and I'll never have any of my clients do anything that I haven't done or haven't done more of. You know.
Where do you think you are versus where you were 2 years ago when you walked into the box?
I'd say if I was here before, I'm here now. I mean, I was very raw then. I had the power, had the strength, had the fighter mentality, but I was missing, you know, a lot of basics and things like techniques, technical stuff. And now it's just like constantly learning techniques. And every time I'm at Sit Yotong, every time I'm at Junico, every time Mark Delagrati's teaching, or Daniel's teaching, or Giuliano, or Loco Lobo's teaching, I'm always learning something new.
Right.
And I don't forget anything that they show me. You know, everything that they show me, I freaking fall asleep imagining it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm running drills through my head as I go to sleep. So it's like I'm instilling it in myself after every session.
Like you said, you're the guy that wants to take it to that level.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not in it for a hobby or
exactly.
A fighter. You eat, sleep, and breathe this.
I don't give a shit about the money. I want to fight and I want to get better. And if the money comes along with that, great, so be it. But my goal is just to fight and to get better. And I love the martial arts lifestyle and the warrior lifestyle.
It's been ingrained in you.
Yes, exactly. It's in my blood.
It's part of who you are.
Exactly.
It's part of what you are. So, I mean, I'm going to give you the opportunity. If you want to say something to your opponent, go for it.
All right.
I mean, it's open mic.
I'll see you in the cage, June 17th. That's all I gotta say. That's what I said to my last opponent.
And may God have mercy on his soul.
All right, my friend. Yeah, thank you. Good meeting with you.
We'll be catching up again.
Yes, we'll catch up after this next fight.
Oh, definitely.
All right, my man. Sounds good. I appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you, brother.
You got it. What's up, buddy?